Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mac Tips YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be installing Windows 10 on a ordinary laptop. Today I'm going to be using a Lenovo Yoga 300 series. Here's some information, here's some more. It's a Celeron with 4 gigs of RAM and a 1TB hard disk. And this is just a 16 gig SanDisk Cruiser Blade USB drive. And what we're going to be doing is installing Windows 10 onto here using any software you like. I will be using UNet Booting, which I'll be linking in the description down below for all you Mac users. Berliner Etcher for you Mac users again. And if you're on Windows and you want to be doing this, then I'm going to link Rufus, as this is a very, very good USB writing software. So first things first, you're going to want to grab your USB and you're going to want to plug it into the device that you're going to make the, you're going to put Windows on. I used my iMac, but considering that I've already done it, I'm going to plug this straight into the laptop in the USB port, which is there. And what you're going to want to do once you've done this is you're going to want to turn on the laptop and you're going to want to hold Escape F1, F2 or F12 depending on what laptop you have. So for some reason this one keeps doing this, which is really annoying, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wait for this to come up and you're going to want to select your boot disk. So mine comes up under SanDisk Cruiser Blade, as this is this is the USB I'm using. The USB doesn't have a certain name, again, apart from Cruiser Blade, but you can probably give it names in other software. That you're then going to want to boot to it, and once you booted to it, you're going to see this screen here. So you're going to be on this screen for quite a while, and when you're on this screen, what this is doing is booting from this USB instead of your hard drive. So if you have anything on this hard drive, anything will be deleted if that's what you choose. So I'm in the United Kingdom, as you can see, so everything's set to United Kingdom, which for me is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and click next and then install now. Now you can use these USBs to do anything from reinstalling Windows on your computer or repairing your boot or anything like that. So if you had a broken boot sequence, you could use fix mbr bootrec or anything like that using the command prompt, or you can just reinstall Windows, which is what I'm going to be doing for you all here today. So I'm going to click install now. It comes up with setup is starting. Now, if you watched my first video on the channel, which was installing Windows 10 on a MacBook Air, then you should be familiar with this screen, as this is what comes up this is what comes up on any computer when you're installing Windows 10, Windows 8, or Windows Server. Anything below will be different. So Windows 7 and Windows Vista have the same design, and then Windows XPs and 98s, 95s, they're the same. Anything before, I'm unsure, but in case you're curious, why don't you Google it? So it comes up with this. So obviously the terms and conditions, I'm not going to read this, but I already probably know, so I accept. Now, if you're running Windows 8 or Windows 7, then you can choose to install Windows and keep file settings and applications as it says there, or you can do what I'm going to do and do custom install Windows only. So I have a 512 meg partition, but that's because of that's because of what was on here before, which was Linux Mint, which is very good OS. Highly recommend it for older hardware. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wipe all of these partitions, unless of course you have certain partitions for certain OSs or you have hard drives with valuable data on them. So I have deleted all the partitions and I have drive 0 unallocated space with 931.5 gigabyte. What you're going to want to do is either click new if you want more partitions but you only want Windows on one, but if not, then click next. So this bit does take quite a while, and now what you're going to want to do is do whatever you want. You could go downstairs or go upstairs or go for a walk, do whatever, because this bit does take a while. And what this is doing, this is putting Windows on your computer. So if you have, say, a MacBook or another laptop, you may get the option to choose what edition of Windows 10 you have. Now, because this laptop knows its activation ID, this is automatically installing Windows 10 Home, which for most of you will be fine. But for anyone like me, I prefer to have the BitLocker and drive encryption, so I will install Windows 10 Pro. But if you're using it for, say, a school, then you're going to want Windows 10 Education or anything like that. But purely for the purpose of this video, and because of what laptop this is, we'll be using Windows 10 Home, which is perfectly fine for day-to-day use. But as I said, this bit does take a while, so I'm going to cut this, and I'll see you in the next part. So once Windows 10 has been installed onto your hard drive, you're going to be greeted with this screen, and you're going to want to choose what language, well, what region you're from. So I'm from the United Kingdom, which is already selected for me. So I'm going to click yes. Then it's going to run you through the normal Windows 10 setup. So if you have the right keyboard layout for the United Kingdom, then click yes. If not, then feel free to change it or add another layout here. I'm going to press skip because this is my mum's laptop, and, well, she only really uses the keyboard on it, so that's no biggie. Next step you're going to want to do is to connect to the internet. If you want to skip this and skip, well, just about the entire setup, then feel free to click I don't have internet, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to connect to the internet, so I'll be 1 second. So once you're connected to the internet, you're going to want to press next. So it comes up with a lot of stuff. Mainly is just like ads and things. It will ask you some point in the setup whether or not you want to buy Microsoft 365. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to whiz past the setup and try and get this done as quickly as possible, but try and include the most amount of information to help you guys. Because if I don't help you guys, then I'm not doing this right. But if there's anything that you want me to try and run through or anything like that, then do leave it in the comments, as, well, I've got lots of time on my hands. Let's just say that. So I'm going to go ahead. Actually, I think I'm going to skip adding the account, but I'll be 1 second. So once you've signed in or skipped or created a new Microsoft account, you're going to want to read all these. I already know what all of these mean, so I'm just going to skip past all these. And it's going to come up with this. And then if I'm right in saying, after this, we should be nearly done. So you can choose to have access to your Android phone, if you choose. I don't have an Android phone, I have an iPhone, which is what I'm using to actually film this video. Yeah, there's a, I don't know if there's a couple more things or if that's it. Yeah, so we're just going to accept because everyone loves Cortana, don't they? And yeah, so sometimes it comes up with this. Sometimes it doesn't. For most of the time it doesn't, but for some people it does. Hello, here I am. Yeah, so now we're all done. We just want to go through with the Windows installation. There's a program that I'm going to link, as I use this to get all of Windows drivers. It's called Driver Pack Solution. Highly recommend it, as if you have, say, something like this, you won't be able to use the touchscreen straight away because you won't have all the drivers installed on your hard drive. So drivers make everything work. So your graphics cards, if you have one, your touchscreen, your keyboard, your mouse, whatever. So I'll show you how to install that once this is done, and I'll cut to that now. So this is the website for Driver Pack Solution. It says up here, you're going to want to press install all drivers or required drivers. I completely forgot what it just said. It's this file down here. I'll see if I can get that to focus. Driver Pack 17 online.exe. So once this is downloaded, open it if you have the time. If not, then open it later. But just some advice: this program does get stuck on 94%. So once you're on 94%, there's a high chance that you need to restart. And once you've restarted, everything should work perfectly fine. There is a little box that comes up on your screen, but it only stays there for a little while. And when it goes off, that means that it's completely ready and everything's all ready to use. And yeah, this has been how to install Windows 10 on a laptop. So if any of you are wondering, I can't really get that to focus. If any of you are wondering what laptop this was, it's a Lenovo Yoga 300 with 4 gigs of RAM and a 1TB hard drive, as I said at the start. It's an okay laptop. You can pick these up for fairly cheap from eBay. Price range, I'm not actually quite sure, but God, I can't get that to focus. I'm not quite sure, but if you only need it for basic things such as YouTube or school or university, then this is a laptop that I recommend. Would I say go for a newer one? Probably, yeah. I mean, you can get ones with SSDs and things like that, and Lenovo are a very good brand all around. I mean, they make the Yoga laptops, as you can see there, and they're very good quality. So I definitely recommend these laptops to anyone who needs it for basic use. If you can have the money, I definitely recommend buying a MacBook, as they are so much easier to use, last you way longer, and just look better in my opinion. They're also a lot faster too. But again, if you can't afford it or you want something like this, then I definitely recommend something like this. I'm going to mute this lady. But yeah, I will see you guys soon, and if you have any video suggestions, then please let me know. This has been a MacTips video. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Bye for now.